Black Magic. True amazing accounts of the strangest stories ever told. That's right, sir. This is the express elevator to the 13th floor. Won't you step in? That's strange. There's no 13th floor listed in the building directory. What kind of an elevator is this? It's decorated like a funeral parlor. Want a hair-raising experience? Take a ride to the 13th floor. Subscribe to our channel to enjoy this and other incredible and horrifying horror and suspense videos in comic book form from the golden decade.
You're only an average cab driver, but there's nothing ordinary about your passenger. The lovely lady in white who whispers in your ear, "Drop me off at the cemetery." It was a gloomy, dismal summer night, that August 3rd, 1947, and cab driver Robert McLeod's thoughts were as bleak as the threatening rain clouds as he cruised the side streets of a Virginia town in search of a fare. Almost midnight, and I had one crummy 4-bit haul. Maybe I should wise up and get a factory job or something. Oh, fine. Now it's starting to rain. Well, maybe business will pick up, provided I get out of this section. Cemeteries always give me the creeps, and very few customers.
McLeod was quite willing to leave a place like the Eden Rest Cemetery on a night such as this. Deserted, it lay in an eerie silence, broken only by the sound of rain pelting the glistening marbled tombstones. But suddenly, he braked to a halt as his headlights picked up a figure. What the? Thank goodness you came by. Yeah, you can say that again, sister. You're not, exactly, dressed for a rainy. The cabbie breathed a sigh of relief as they drove off. For a moment, he thought she had been a ghost, but aside from her strange dress and apparent nervousness, she seemed real enough. I want you to drive me to all the churches in town. Sure, lady. You're the boss. I know it sounds strange, but it's urgent. I've got so much praying to do, so much. Her request was strange, but her admission was reassuring, and McLeod drove her to 5 churches in town, quite happy with the sound of the taxi meter clicking its ever-growing figures as he waited. She spends a half hour in each place, and according to schedule is due back now. What a dame! What a business! All right, driver, I'm finished. Please take me back to where you picked me up. Back? Back to the... Lady, why don't you let me drive you home instead?
The woman pleaded with McLeod, pleaded with an urgency that compelled him to do his bid, despite his misgivings. A strange new fear clutched at his throat as he sped back to the graveyard, a fear of the unknown. Okay, lady, here we are at Eden Rest. I still think you ought to go home. That's where I'm heading as soon as you pay the fare. I haven't got any money, driver, but if you'll contact my mother... No, you don't, lady. Either you fork up the dough, or I'm taking you with me to the police. Please, I haven't time, driver. Look, this brooch, it's quite valuable. Hold it as security until you see my mother. She lives at 67 Gilmore Drive. Please. Well, okay, lady. I'll take the jewelry. Anything to get out of here. McLeod barely paused to watch as his fare dashed through the rain and into the cemetery gate. Puzzled, he drove home, and after a nightmarish, fitful sleep, paid a visit to the address given. You must be mistaken. There's no young lady here. But she said... Look, let me step inside, ma'am. I have a story and something to show you. Then she pays me off with this. Ever see it before, lady? No. Oh, no. It's Catherine's.
Fine, then this Catherine was planned square.
Okay, ma'am, give me the $13.75 and the brooch is all yours. The last time I saw this brooch was 2 weeks ago. We buried her with it. Oh, you buried her with it? Are you trying to tell me that I didn't see her? That she's dead? This brooch was a gift from Katie's fiancé. She was to be married the same day she fell so fatally ill. The wedding dress, it figures. But no, it must be a trick. Still dazed by his experience, McLeod went to his friend, Sheriff Travers, told him the whole story. It's crazy, Sheriff. I've driven around a lot of odd fairs, but I swear I'd be able to recognize a corpse. Easy, Bob, easy. You've had a mighty queer experience. Looks to me like this lady might have been mixed up in some kind of vandalism. Only way to check on any grave robbing is to open it ourselves. Got the stomach for it, Bob? Say by tonight? I'll go with you, Sheriff. I've got to see for myself. A macabre scene, lighted by lanterns, took place that night as McLeod and the sheriff began their odious task. Funny, the earth doesn't show any signs of being disturbed. Well, might as well start digging, Bob. A cold feeling, cold as the clammy clay they rapidly unturned, coursed through McLeod's bloodstream as they worked. Finally, their spades struck the hollow sounding boards, and soon they had the lid pried open. Pretty girl. Her body doesn't seem to be disturbed. That's her, all right. It couldn't be anyone else. Look, Sheriff, her throat? The dress is ripped where she took off the brooch, and the jewelry's gone. You're right, Bob. You're right. Funny thing, too, now that I look at it closer. Her dress is wet, although the coffin's dry, as if she'd been walking in the rain. It's foolish to think a corpse can leave her casket and join the world outside, isn't it? Isn't it?